It's nearly impossible to have never had an experience with peer pressure in your entire life. You've heard it all, from being pressured to steal, drink, or do drugs to so much worse. But is peer pressure really that bad? Most people would say yes. Personally, the only negative thing I've been pressured to do is just pull an annoying prank on one of my friends. Peer pressure comes in many shapes and forms, small or big, and it can even benefit us sometimes. Pressuring someone to do something gives us a feeling of superiority, while giving the victim a false feeling of acceptance. By false feeling of acceptance, I'm saying that we've only been accepted because we did something others wanted us to. They just have to keep complying to the point where it just becomes a continuous cycle of having to do something that isn't good for us, but we are only willing to do for that feeling. First, let's talk about hazing. What is it? Hazing is an activity expected of someone joining or participating in a group that humiliates, degrades, abuses, or endangers them regardless of a person's willingness to participate, says Stop Hazing. There are innocent people who may only be a little interested in joining a fraternity, but instead of following through with the idea by choice or not participating at all, they are forced to follow through for other people's entertainment. Timothy Piazza. According to HuffPost, this man was forced to drink excessive amounts of alcohol as part of an initiation ritual and ended up dying by falling down the stairs at the age of 19. Some of us will do anything to be happy, but we don't actually think it through. Your Life Counts, a suicide prevention website, provides stories from victims of peer pressure. Mike, age 16, had smoked his first cigarette at 11. Ryan, age 15, stole a car. Allison, age 18, started doing drugs at age 15. But why risk your life for a feeling that isn't everlasting? Although these awful examples of peer pressure represent how society doesn't use peer pressure responsibly, it isn't something we need to think of as completely negative. It has benefits and disadvantages to the decisions society makes. Peer pressure can change our lives completely, and we don't even realize. Psychologists Peter T. Hagen, Sharon C. Rich, and Deborah P. Welsh implied that it just depends on who we associate ourselves with. For example, being in a friend group full of people who don't care about their grades might affect how much you care about yours, and for many people, that's not a good thing. Again, peer pressure isn't only negative. Although being in a friend group that focuses on their grades may affect yours positively, in the beginning of the school year, most of my friends didn't really care about their grades, but as I kept telling them to try harder, they did. All over social media, you can see different views of how peer pressure has influenced people as individuals in both positive and negative ways. Many people don't explicitly use the word peer pressure because when we talk about positive peer pressure, we like to use the word influence, mainly for its positive connotation. On their Twitter account, Baby Girl Bunny tweeted, "Hi guys, thank you everyone that's helped me so much. I was at the point of not talking to anyone, to go home and take my life. I believed what I was told because I was in reality. I gave up. But I'm choosing to keep fighting because my friends helped me realize I need to keep pushing." She didn't explicitly use the words peer pressure, but she used words relating to it like pushing and helped because of the positive connotation the words had in the context. Peer pressure has a large impact on our behavior, especially when it comes to decisions, and sure, it can be harmful. But it can also be used to benefit us and our futures. Society could greatly be influenced if we try to use peer pressure to positively affect us. Statistics in graduation rates, drug use, almost anything would change depending on who we surround ourselves with and how we work to make our lives better. Positive peer pressure will also mentally benefit us through our emotions and mood, how we treat others, and the decisions we make. Knowing that our decisions will actually benefit us, it will be much easier to make them because we know there probably won't be any disadvantages. Yes, there will be those people who still don't care about making themselves better, but what if the world becoming a better place wasn't hypothetical, and it actually happened?